Hello and welcome back. Last we saw how to create instance and how to create instance from an image. Also, we show how to create an instance from a volume. Okay. Now let's do one thing. Let's create an instance and attach a volume while it is running. So in that, let's create an instance. Go and launch the instance, and instance name, let it be fourth. I created 3 volumes already, so 3 instances, so let's call it fourth one. Nova fourth, tiny. Now let's create from image. I do not do boot it from a volume, boot from image, and let's run from the CentOS 7. Okay, this is you see that 869 MB, so let me make this as small instead of tiny, and it is root is 20 gig, and it has got 2 gig of RAM, 1 vCPU. So fourth small, 1 instance, boot from image, CentOS 7, access security same, networking everything same, just launch it. It is success. So this is I'm just running from an image, so it will be ephemeral disk. It will not retain any data after I terminate this instance. Okay. Now, if in particularly this instance I want to retain some data, so what the only option I have is attach a volume to it, right? So let's see first whether it's running or not. Log. Yes, it is already at the console. And go and see. Okay. You see this is CentOS 7 and it's already running. Now, as we already have a volume, my first volume which I created, we have it, right? So go ahead and attach that volume to the running instance. So there is option drop down menu here and manage attachment, right? So here attach the instance, attach to instance, and if you drop down menu here, it is the fourth one, right? And attach it. Okay, attaching the volume, and you see where it is attaching in the running instance, attached to fourth, and the path is this dev/vdb, right? So go ahead and log in to our VM first. So this is the third, and load it, and now I call it fourth, and if you see the same IP and data, and instead of Cyrus, just give CentOS. Okay, because this is now, this time we are running a CentOS image, CentOS instance. So go ahead and give the auto login name, username as CentOS. That's all. Save it. So that okay, this is the fourth one. Open it. Did I? Oh, okay. See, I have not attached the public IP to it. So associate the floating IP to it, and 163 associate. Should we? No. Okay, we did late. So log it again. Fourth, this one. Yes. Okay. We now have logged into the fourth instance. You see that CentOS fourth. df-h. Right. We see that now. Okay. This is VDA1, and where it is now, the image attached, the volume attached. We see what are the disks. We can see LSBL, okay, the block devices. If you see that VDB1, right, minus L, right. So VDA, and it has got VDA 2 disk we have got, and the first disk is for the instance which is running, and second disk is which one we added. You see this is 1 gig. First one is 20 gig, the CentOS image, that is the first disk. Second disk is 1 gig. So VDB1 is the path. You see that. If you remember that we don't need to do any file system, we don't need to create any file system on this VDB1. Why? Because we have already created this image, created this volume out of an image, right? If you remember, this is, we have created out of an image, that is the Cyrus image. So the file system is actually created already. Just we need to mount it, right? So what I can do is sudo mount def VDB1. This is the device file to /mnt let it be. Okay, this is mounted, and go to /mnt. You see there is a file system already. And what is this file system? This is I'm showing this is not the root of the instance. Actually, this is the root of the volume which I created from Cyrus image. So this is all the file system of Cyrus operating system is here, right? So if you remember, we created a file called mytext, right? And where we created? We created in the home directory of Cyrus, right? So here, go to home, and who is it? The user Cyrus, right? So ls mytest.txt cat, you see, hello Trystack users. So now what we did is we created an instance from an image, and we attached a volume to it. Okay, here because we created the volume from another image, that's why the file system was already created. Whereas if now let me delete that and unmount the instance, then detach this volume from the instance, then created a fresh volume which will not be from any image but a fresh volume. That what I need to do is first attach the disk, or attach the volume as a disk. Then I need to create a file system on the disk before mounting it. That's pretty much Linux stuff. So that's all, friends, and here we did some good work, like creating instances from different sources, attaching some volume to the running instance, and we created the security, we created the networking. Now if you see that we have compute network, we have task open, we have not create any object storage, and we have not database we will not touch, because here there is they have not given any database actually to be created. Yeah, and identity, while I think we are not supposed to create any user, because we are just users, we have not any permission. So only thing is now left is creating a data store and accessing the data from outside world and from a running instance internally. These are the two things remaining. And finally, what I'm going to show is I'm going to create a small web application inside the instance and try to run it and access from outside as a web server. And finally, I'll create a WordPress application. I'll create a database instance. I'll create an I'll create a web server as well. Then we'll access the web server from. We'll create the database from the web server, and we'll have the complete WordPress application running in our demo. With that, let me stop here, and we'll go to our next lecture. Thank you for watching.